Tasty Foods and SBA Link Up. Today I'll be demonstrating how to make a fruit plate and a fruit cup for your SBA1. The fruits that I have available are pineapple, cantaloupe, and an OTT apple. And my tools are in place. I have my knife and my food bowler and a spoon. And then I have my presentation plates. This will be for the fruit plate and that will be for the fruit cup. And in addition, I have some cherries which I'll use for garnish and some raisins for garnishing. So to proceed, have your plates that you're used to put your fruits on so they can drain before you assemble, because once you cut the fruits they will begin to ooze. To proceed, I'm going to scoop the seeds from the cantaloupe using the spoon. And then I'm going to turn the back, and you would have washed your fruits ahead of time. Right? I'm going to peel the skin off now. And you're going to peel nice and even. And remember to line your board to cover your board. You can use plastic wrap. Here I use foil wrap. So I'm going to peel the cantaloupe. So now that we have peeled all our fruits, we're ready to shape and assemble our salads. So this is the cantaloupe. I'm going to be turning it upside down and I'm going to be slicing it appropriately or thin enough for the fruit plate. So I'm going to make about 3 slices for the fruit plate, and I'm going to rest it over here so it can drain. And then now I'm going to use a food bowler using the lower end because the cantaloupe is thin, and I'm going to make some balls for the fruit cup. So I'm going to press in and turn to remove the balls. And there you go. So I'm going to make some fruit balls for the fruit cup. And be reminded, you can use a half of a grapefruit or papaya to make your fruit cup. So I'm making some balls from the same cantaloupe that I used to make the slices for the plate for the fruit cup. And another way you can do your cantaloupe for the fruit cup is to dice it. Just like this. Dice them in bite size, because it's a cup, you want them in bite size. So you can do that. And that you can do them evenly too. Make sure they're even and attractive. Alright, so we can do this also for the fruit cup. So I'm going to put this aside, and we're not going to discard that. That can be used and drink. The next thing I'm going to do, I'll be slicing some pineapples, which we're going to be using for the fruit plate. I'm going to do them thinly. And notice I'm wearing a pair of gloves for a hygienic reason. Fruits are not going to be cooked, so you don't want to handle too much. So I'm slicing the pineapple for the fruit plate. And what I'm going to do now for the fruit cup, because the cup size will be smaller, I'm going to dice some pineapple for the fruit cup. So I cut them down into wedges. So these are the slices. So I'm going to cut them down. I'm cutting out the heart here. That's the center part of the pineapple is tough. And I'm going to be dicing the pineapple for the fruit cup. And be reminded, you don't have to use more than 2 or 3 fruits for your fruit plate or cup. And a fruit plate or cup is served at breakfast. It's a starter to a breakfast. And if it was a salad, you would have used a syrup, because the salad would have been served as a dessert. But this is a fruit cup for a starter at breakfast, so we won't use any syrup at all. And then now the OTT apple, I'm going to be slicing it. And I'm going to put this into the fruit cup. And I'm going to be dicing. Alright. So 2 to 3 fruits, that's adequate. What I'm going to be doing now, I'm going to put aside all of these. And I'm going to clean the board. And then I'm going to bring over the fruit plate. And then I'm going to be assembling. Alright. So, we're ready to assemble the fruit plate. And we use a side plate. Or you can use a small breakfast plate depending on the proportion. Alright, so I'm going to be assembling now. And when you assemble it, it must be attractive. People eat with their eyes. And the way you arrange the food determines whether the guest or the diner wants to eat or not. Alright, and we don't want anything hanging over the edge. Alright, and this is what I'm going to do now. I'm going to use a cherry. And 2 leaves which I washed. For the decoration. Alright, so there you have your fruit plate. For the fruit cup now, we use an underliner, which is a plate, and a bowl. And it doesn't have to be in this. In the hotel industry, we use a starch bowl as a similar thing, or you can use another kind of implement you have. And for this, it's relatively easy. It's just simple, putting all the fruits together into the cup. And be reminded, when you choose your fruits, flavor, color, texture must be evident. So you don't choose all the fruits that have the same color. You want to wow your diner. So you choose fruits that are in various colors and flavors and textures. And this is it now. You just simple organize it or toss it. We don't want to make a mess. So you just simple put them together. And then you can also use a cherry. I'm going to sprinkle some dried fruits. You can use like raisin or currants. I'm using currants. And I'm sprinkling it. And these are nice dried fruits to have. And then I'm going to use a fresh cherry also to enhance the appearance of the food, the dish. Alright, and this would have been pre-washed. And there you have it. That's your fruit cup. So, simple breakfast item, fruit plate or fruit cup. And remember that we said for the fruit cup, you can use the half of a grapefruit or a papaya. Scoop out the seed, remove the center of the grapefruit, and then you add back the fruits and you make your segment and make it interesting and attractive. So this is what I'm bringing for you today for our SBA Grade 10 students. For your SBA number 1, these are the fruit items that you can make, or these are ideas of items you can make for your fruit dishes. So it's bye-bye for today. Just link up, subscribe, share, like, comment. See you.